Good morning, everyone, and how are you guys doing on this Thursday morning? Now, if you unfortunately feel not so happy and have lots of fear memories, then have curry for your lunch or dinner today. Now, according to a study, curcumin, a bright yellow compound found in the root of the Indian spice turmeric, helps us erase pre-existing bad memories and even prevent new fear memories being stored in the brain. Now, actually, curcumin has been examined in the past for its potential health benefits as well, such as its efficiency to treating multiple myeloma, pancreatic cancer, colon cancer, Alzheimer's disease, and even depression. Plus, curry tastes good. So why don't you guys indulge yourself today with curry if you can. In any case, let's start today's show with a great song, Tamar Braxton featuring Future with Let Me Know. That was Tamar Braxton featuring Future with Let Me Know. And right now, you guys are tuning in to What's Poppin' with your boy Brian Ju on TBS efm 101.3 in Seoul and surrounding areas, GFN 98.7 in Gwangju and 93.7 in Yeosu. Now, how do you get in contact with us? Pretty simple. All you got to do is send a text to sharp or pound 1013 for a charge of 51. Hit us up on Kakao Talk, but to do that, you have to add TBS efm as a plus friend first. Also, if you have a Twitter account, please follow us at TBS What's Poppin' and tweet us away. And if you have a longer email, questions, or a shout out, the address is efmpoppin@gmail.com. And those of you interested in our playlist, come check it out on our website at tbsefm.soul.kr/efm/what's poppin'. Also, another announcement, digital magazine. You can now view TBS EFM digital magazine also via TapZin. Now, TapZin is a free magazine service that lets you read your favorite magazines on your smartphone and your tablet and all those devices, of course. You can download it from iTunes or the Android store or Android Market. So whatever device you have, you can go check it out. We have a lot more coming your way, but before we move on, let's hear a word from our sponsors. Alrighty, yo, welcome back. And now it's time for today's pick. Now, question is, are you guys on time every time? Now, showing up late can easily stress you out and leave others questioning how reliable you are. Now, I guess everyone loves to be on time whenever and wherever they go, but punctuality doesn't come naturally to everyone. Now, good news is you can train yourself to be on time every time, but changing your habits, and I have some of them in my hand right now to help you guys change your habits. Number one, commit yourself to being 15 minutes early for everything. Now, if you have to be to work or at work by 9 a.m., don't even tell yourself you're going to walk through the door right on the dot. Instead, say to yourself, I have to be at work at 8:45. If you do this, you'll be on time even with little unforeseen interruptions. Now, if you can't stand waiting, then have something you can read in short segments. Also, almost everywhere you go, there's games on your smartphones and books, so that'll save time as well. Or actually, you can kill time with that as well. Number two, overestimate the time it'll take you to go there. Now, if you tend to have everything ready to go in the morning and you still show up late, even you don't experience delays, you might be underestimating the amount of time it takes to get to where you're going. Now, optimistic thinkers tend to shave off a few minutes, hoping they'll be able to get places faster. Now, unfortunately, all it does is make them late. Be realistic when you're planning your commutes. Number three, anticipate delays before they actually happen. Are you full of excuses that seem legitimate, like, I got stuck in traffic jams, my bus was late, my train was late? Now, if you thought ahead and anticipated these everyday delays, they wouldn't be making you late all the time. Number four, re-examine how long your daily tasks really take. Now, let's say you need about 15 minutes to take your shower every morning. Then calculate the time you spend before, after the actual shower, of course, and keep a valid estimate of how long it really takes you. Also, having everything ready in the night before, of course, is a very good habit as well, so then you don't have to be rushed in the morning. And most importantly, notice how being late affects others. Now, being late puts other people in the position of having to wait for you. Now, it seems as a statement that you value, or it's seen as a statement that you value your time more than you value theirs. Now, even if you really, don't feel that way, of course. Now, time is very precious. Value your time and other people's time as well, you guys. Don't think that time isn't important. It's very important. Now, speaking of which, you have a great song by Sting. The song is called All This Time. That was Sting singing All This Time. Now, Sting has been a source of inspiration for countless musicians, and he indeed is one of the best-selling musicians all around the world. Been a big inspiration to me as well. Now, All This Time is actually dedicated to his father, and the whole album, The Soul Cages, which includes the song we just heard, is dedicated to his father. Now, the lyrics are quite dark, but the song itself isn't too dark with its upbeat sounds, of course. Anyways, we got a lot more coming your way. We have another song right now before we get the show rolling in the second second half, we got Calvin Richardson with We Gon' Love Tonight. Yeah, we gon' love tonight. That's what Calvin Richardson is singing about. And the song is co-produced by Eric Benet. And it really shows the essence of the singer's sultry voice. Great song. I'm feeling good just listening to the song right now. Anyways, we got lots more coming your way. Of course, in the second half. And it's already the end of the first half of our show. And we got a great song for you guys before we get Elmo up in here. We got Jerry Halliwell with Circles Round the Moon. Welcome back to the second half of What's Poppin' with your boy Brian Jew on TBS efm 101.3. Today, of course, it is Thursday, so that means we got Check the Rhyme with your man Elmo. He'll be in the studio shortly. So if you want to find out what's going on, you got to stay tuned. But before we move on, let's hear a word from our sponsors. Yo, it's almost Valentine. This is my rhyme. All the time.
Happy
making that dollar on the dime.
Valentine's.
Valentine's Day. There you go.
Valentine's.
Auto-tone.
What's up?
How you doing, Elmo?
I'm doing grisate.
Grisate. Yes.
That's like grizzly and great together. Like bears.
I was thinking grisate, so I was thinking you're doing great. And you want a grilled cheese?
I would love a grizzled grilled cheese right now.
I would love a tomato in the middle and salami.
You do? Ooh. No, I don't do salami. I do prosciutto. You like prosciutto?
I like prosciutto, but it's similar when you put it in the sandwich.
It's salty meats.
Yeah, salty meats. I like pepperoni too. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll get a piece of toast.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you like toast it on the frying pan, some cheese up on there, some pepperoni, a thin slice of tomato, more cheese.
Speak to me.
And bam, another piece of bread.
Woohoo! Mm-hmm. You know, whenever I'm making a grilled cheese, I like to sing this song.
What song?
Toast it in the front, toast it in the back, toast it in the front, toast it in the back.
Is this a real song?
No, I just made it up.
Oh,
you know, I'm making it up. As
okay.
I'm cooking. Like, I always like to make up little, like, tunes as I'm
I do the same thing sometimes. Sometimes, like, I'll have the music play in the background, and, of course, they got their own melody, but then I just change it up. Yeah. I just do my own remix on the track.
Gotta keep it creative, man.
Gotta keep it creative. That's what we do here on What's Poppin'.
That's real.
And that's why you on the show, because you know how to be creative.
You
got your creative juices flowing. And you're all-knowing. For the hip-hop tracks. Because Elmo ain't whack.
I'm whack.
He's all that in a bag of chips.
Dirty. Oh, no, I can't say that.
And he's going to give you some good hip-hop tips.
That's right.
There you go. So today, of course, we know what day is coming up.
Valentine's Day is 2 days away, my man.
Yes, man.
So basically, it's not like when we were young, like when we were in like elementary school where the teacher made everybody give each other little cards and chocolates. It's like if somebody likes you, then they're going to give you chocolate. But if they don't, you get nothing, nada, squat, squizzard.
Nothing. So in the Western world, of course, we exchange gifts equally. Male, female, doesn't matter. If you're in love, you like the person. You know, back in school, do you ever do the thing where you're interested in somebody, you get a little card, be like, hi, I like you.
Yes.
Circle yes or no if you want to date me.
Totally.
Or, see me after school.
Yes, I've done that.
Put it in a little locker or a book bag.
Yeah.
Those are the good old days. Innocent little Elmo and Brian.
Yes. But there was sometimes a yes, no, and a maybe square that I would draw. Just so like...
Maybe?
Yeah.
Man, you have to have some pride in yourself. Maybe kind of put you in a space where like, oh man, I don't have any assurance and... This girl, what if she doesn't like me? If she says no, it's just a no. You just move on.
Yeah, that's true.
And you're young anyway.
I just was hoping that there was a chance that she might like me later. So like, if she clicked maybe, then after she clicked that and I knew it was a maybe, then I would try to prove myself and
try. Okay, I know what you mean.
Write some poems and.
Well, how about this? Let's pretend some girl just clicked or circled maybe for you. So for this maybe, now it's your job to impress her with the songs you brought today.
Man, I love that segue. I got some great songs for us today because it is Valentine's Day, and I did choose songs on this theme of crushes and love and all that good stuff, good loving for y'all Valentine's Day people like trying to get ready.
Yep.
The first song that I brought for you guys today is LL Cool J.
Yes. Ladies Love Cool J.
James.
James. I thought it was just J. Okay.
And this song is called Hey Lover, featuring...
Hey lover, hey lover, this is more than a crush. This
Sing
is a good
it,
song.
Brian. Yeah.
It's a good track.
That part right there was featuring Boyz II Men, one of my favorite groups of all time.
One of the best R&B quartets in the world, right?
Totally. And
now they're a trio, of course.
They are a trio because the Michael Bass McCary is no longer with the group.
Yes.
But they are still touring. They're still at it. They're still doing their thing on the independent level. Mm-hmm. But I just love the fact that they're still around because them as a group were that group that really got me into just that urban side of music, that, that harmony, that, those melodies and, yeah. Awesome.
Because one thing about Boyz II Men, a lot of people don't know, they're not just about R&B music. Mm-hmm. They're like the first group that came out for the pop market, and they're doing like a cappella tracks.
Yes.
I'm talking about like doo-wop music for the urban world, and it was just mind-blowing.
Shoo-doo-doo-doo, shoo-doo, shoo-doo, boom-boom, shoo-doo, shoo-doo, boom-boom, shoo-doo, shoo-doo, boom-boom, shoo-doo, shoo-doo,
what in the still of the night. We're gonna play music, if that's right, for all your ladies on Valentine's. Wow, you're really into this whole harmony acapella thing, aren't you?
You know what? Boyz II Men was that group that got me into it, and me and my brother, we actually had a group and we did all these talent shows singing Boyz II Men songs. Oh. So I know like the bass lines to all of those acapella songs because I was always the one stuck with doing the bass.
Just like in Motown Philly. Dum 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 da da dum 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 da da. There you go. That's a good little I guess Cliff Notes wrap up I guess throwback moment for all you youngsters out there because a lot of people, I was surprised, a 21-year-old friend of mine didn't know who Boyz II Men was, and that kind of broke my heart.
Man.
Yes.
That does that for me. Like, if anybody doesn't know a group that I was listening to back in the day, I always feel like old, like...
Old, or I feel like the person is not educated enough in the music that actually, created us and molded us to who we are today.
Right.
But right now, we'll actually listen to the song, and then Elmo will give us a little bit more about LL Cool J and this track.
Let's do it.
The song is called Hey Lover. Yeah. That was LL Cool J featuring Boyz II Men, ABC, BBD.
East Coast Family.
Yes, and the song's called Hey Lover for all you Valentine Days couple people out there in the world, and all you single people too, because it doesn't matter if you're with somebody, if you're not, because guess what? Maybe on Valentine's Day you do find that sit best with somebody.
Yeah, and I hope that song warmed up your heart because this day is coming and you have to get your heart ready and prepared for that moment.
Very true. Now, we did play the song. Is there any other information that you wanted to drop for all these people about that track?
Absolutely. Hey Lover is the Grammy Award-winning first single released from LL Cool J's sixth album, Mr. Smith, and again, it's featuring Boyz II Men. It was released on October 31st, 1995 for Def Jam Recordings and was produced by the Trackmasters and LL Cool J.
Okay.
And it's a great Valentine's Day song, as you guys heard, because, these two artists, LL Cool J and Boyz II Men, they're just pouring their hearts out about the lady they have a crush on, and they just want to let her know about how they feel.
Exactly.
And it's kind of like, when I heard the song, it's what every man thinks about saying to a girl but doesn't have the courage to. So,
but it's the truth, because you're saying you want more with this relationship.
Right.
More than just dating, because it's more than a crush.
It's more than a crush.
It's more emotional. I feel you, babe. I think about you night and day. You're the one I want to go to bed with. You're the one I want to wake up in the morning to. And you're the one I will make breakfast for.
Preach on, brother.
Yes.
Amen.
This is more than a crush, girl.
Woo-hoo.
I want to marry you.
I'll marry you.
You want to marry me?
No, not you, but the girl that we're talking to right now.
Our future wives.
Our future wives.
Yes. This is the perfect song to dedicate to our future wives.
Absolutely.
Yes. But now we're moving on to the next track, of course.
The next track is called Bonita Applebum by Tribe Called Quest.
Oh my goodness!
Woo-wee.
TC2!
Yes. Now this is one of the best all-time crush hip-hop songs ever made, and a lot of online sites will attest to that. On this site called Complex, it's in the top 3. I think it was like number 2 in terms of being one of those best all-time hip-hop love songs.
Okay.
And it was released on February 19th, 1990, and it's from the second single from A Tribe Called Quest debut album, People's Instinctive Travels and the Paths of Rhythm.
That's a long title for an album.
It's too long.
Yes.
It is believed to be based on an actual young woman from the group's high school and is a confession of love from Q-Tip, who is the lead rapper, to a girl who happens to have a rather sizable posterior.
Actually, I was going to worry about this song a little bit. I was thinking, so every single group member in this group was in love with one girl. I was like, that's drama for your mama, man.
Drama for your mama, especially as a tight-knit hip-hop unit.
Exactly.
They're together every day and being
ATCQ, man.
Come on, man.
They were legit.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Absolutely. So, you know, Tribe Called Quest sort of was coming up back in the day. I didn't really know them that well, but then as I was kind of going along and everybody kept talking about the history of hip-hop and talked about Tribe Called Quest being one of those best all-time groups, especially Kanye West. Kanye West is one of those guys. He always bigs up Tribe Called Quest because he grew up on them, and they were one of those groups that inspired him to become the rapper that he was. But Q-Tip till this day is still highly respected, highly sought after in terms of like writing and features and all that stuff. So, you know, bigs up to them for being around for so long.
Yes, and they're a group that I love listening to back in the day too. Of course, you know, like here we go, yo, here we go, yo. So what's that scenario? Hey, yo, both knows this and both knows that, but both don't know jack, cause both can't rap. But what do you know? You know, that was like the classic hip hop music back in the day. Alrighty, well, we gave you some information about the group. If you want to get more information, actually, you can go online because a lot of the stuff about A Tribe Called Quest is online. Of course, like you said, the front man for the group was Q-Tip, and Q-Tip is still doing things. He's like featuring on people's albums.
Absolutely.
And one of the songs that came out a few years ago, he featured on Janet Jackson's song, and I thought that was, so why wanna go and do that, love, huh? So why wanna go and do that and do that and do that? That song was amazing too.
Yeah, and recently some news about Q-Tip came out on Twitter.
Oh.
Iggy Azalea, you know, she's been having a lot of problems with her credibility factor in hip-hop these days, and for some reason Q-Tip had the urge to just Twitter blast her on the history of hip-hop, and he just broke it down like from front to back.
So he's not Iggy Azalea supporter.
He is not a supporter at all.
Okay. Well, that's news that I didn't know about. Thank you for, giving me that knowledge now.
Look it up.
But right now we're going to get into the song. This is A Tribe Called Quest, and the song is called Bonita Apple Bomb.
Yep.
Alrighty, that was A Tribe Called Quest with Bonita Apple Bomb.
Bonita Apple Bomb.
I wonder what apple bomb means. Is it because her booty is like shaped like an apple?
Probably. That's a nice shape actually for a booty. An apple booty.
Apple booty or a pear booty.
A pear booty?
Uh-huh.
What would you like to do with a pear booty?
A pear booty?
Mm-hmm.
Turn it into a quadruple booty. Pooty? What is pooty? I don't even know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what that is either.
Alrighty, we're moving on to the next artist and the next song, and that is...
The next song is Outkast Prototype.
Outkast. Andre.
Big Boy. My boy.
Right, man. It's Big Boy.
Big Boy.
There you go.
Boy.
Yes. And they are from the South, y'all.
ATL, Decatur, College Park.
One of my favorite songs is Southern Playalistic Cadillac Funky Music. Dun, 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 dun. I love how you and I know the same parts and then don't know the same parts.
I know. And then the last part is, we're gonna get a...
But that is the group we're talking about right now, Outkast. That drops some knowledge on the radio world, listeners.
Okay, so this is the fourth and final single to be released from hip-hop duo Outkast's fifth studio album, Speaker Box The Love Below, and it was released in 2003. And basically, this song is about a prototype of a woman that Andre 3000 kind of thought up in his mind.
So it's not a real created woman, it's an idea.
Exactly. He has this really obsession kind of with sci-fi comic books and just sci-fi stuff, and he implements that a lot into his music. Like if you heard the album before this, or maybe two albums before this, called ATLiens, he drops a lot of references to these weird sort of sci-fi kind of things, and he brought that.
Even the name itself just sounds like an alien,
right?
Okay.
And if you hear the beat choices that they had for that particular album, they're really eerie, they're really out there UFO kind of spacey sounding kind of beats. Yes, and he kind of brought that into this particular song, talking about prototype. Now, if any of you guys watch a lot of sci-fi movies or know anything about making robots or products or something like that, the prototype is the first robot that you make.
Of course.
That is the ideal piece of machinery, whoever that scientist, whoever wants to make, and then they create copies and doubles of that particular prototype to make like an army of robots or whatever. So he's talking about this prototype as the woman, the ideal prototype for him to be in love with, or kind of, you know, do you get what I'm saying?
Weird.
Kind of weird, right?
Yes, it kind of reminds me of that movie. I don't know if you saw it when you were younger. Weird Science.
Weird Science, yes.
Yes, with the two high school kids.
Yes, and
make this girl.
because they're nerds and they couldn't find a girlfriend.
And they
so
make her very voluptuous.
Yes.
Yes. That was a fun movie back in the day.
It was a
that
fun movie.
Yes.
And
then his brother turned to a blob at the end of the movie. Remember that?
I don't remember that.
He
Why?
walks like he wanted his brother to turn to a blob, and I guess the girl, she was a scientific creation, but somehow she had the power to turn him to a blob. They come home, they see him, and he's like this nasty. He looks like doo doo in the kitchen.
Weird.
You got to rewatch that movie.
I will rewatch it. And that particular movie, that girl was the prototype for them, the ideal woman.
But it was the perfect woman for them.
And I guess this question brings up to what this song and this question brings up for me is, who is my ideal prototype? Who is your ideal prototype? And who are, you know, whoever's out there who has a crush on anybody, who is your ideal prototype?
Well, if they want to find out my prototype, we got to listen to another day, because right now we are all out of time.
Already?
Yes.
Okay.
And thanks, Elmo, for bringing in some great tracks for hip-hop, of course.
No problem.
And right now we're going to get into the last song for our show. This is Outkast, and the song's called Prototype. And on behalf of TBS efm's What's Poppin', this is Brian Juan.
Elmo.
We signing off.
Peace.